What's going on, everybody? Alex here, Nickens Lawn and Landscape. It's Saturday, and today we're getting ready for leaf removal. We are getting all the equipment out and just getting things ready. It is late October here in Southern Illinois. You can see some of the trees are already starting to lose some leaves. There's some leaves out there on the driveway. You can't really see too well in the camera here. You can see a little bit better on that tree over there above the house. But that one is starting to change, so it's not going to be long. So it is time for us to get everything out, get everything going, fire everything up, make sure we're all good, make sure we don't need to order any parts, and we're ready when that first customer calls us. So I've gotten everything out. It's all sitting right here behind me. Let's walk through and see what we got. First things I want to mention are the BR700s here sitting in the Green Touch racks. Those are obviously very key to our leaf removal operation. Those are kind of the smallest tool we'll use. We will use a rake or a tarp occasionally, but for the most part, that's pretty much the smallest thing we're going to be using, other than this guy over here, the 600. I bought that brand new like 4 years ago, still going strong. So we use those three. We use this guy here, the Accelerator Grass Catcher. This thing's great. It doesn't do really good whenever they get really thick, but if you have a light layer of leaves, that thing does wonders. Or if you just quickly go over everything with the blowers and you want to kind of go back afterwards and clean it up and make sure you get every last leaf, and whenever that customer comes home that evening, they are very happy with the product. That is a good thing to do that with. I know with the blowers, trying to get every single leaf can take forever. So like I said, if you kind of run over with the blowers real quick, get the majority, and you got a few left, you want to just go clean up real quick, that's your ticket. This here, we have the Jericho blower buggy, and that goes hand in hand with this guy right here. Basically what this does is mounts over here on this mount, getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but that mount is universal. This here leaf plow and this blower buggy are made by the same company. That company is right here. You can look them up. They've got a ton of different attachments, some spreaders. I think they even have like a snow plow and what do you call them, a power broom. I think they have. But this thing is very nice. Sometimes it's too big on the front of the mower, but a lot of times if you're doing a bigger area, you can just slap this on and save yourself a little trouble. But if you are just doing a small area, you kind of just got to walk behind this. Those of you guys that don't know what this is a walk behind blower. It's got 3 wheels. It's got 2 on the back here. It's got 1 on the front. And then it's got this, and then it's just pull start. You just fire it up, and as soon as you fire it up, you're pretty much going. It's not self-propelled or anything like that. I think they do make some self-propelled models, but this one is not that. You got throttle control right here. It's a little dusty. It's been sitting back in the shop all year. But the coolest thing about this, or the one thing that I like, is this handle right here on your right side controls that air outlet. So whenever you're just going across the yard and you don't want to make a mess, or when you're trying to get up to where you want to start, you just leave it up like this. You roll it around, get to where you're going, and then you just pull this guy down when you're ready to start blowing some leaves. And it's cool too if you're in an area and you have a big pile of leaves and you keep it down. It kind of takes a while to get the pile to move, but as you're going, if you just kind of feather it like this when you're on a big pile, it'll get things moving a lot quicker. So having this handle here is really nice. This is the only walk behind blower that I have ever run, so I can't be one to compare and tell you if this is better than another model. But this Billy Goat here, it's the Force 9, and this thing is a beast. It's got a Subaru 9 horsepower engine, and it's been really good to us. Fires right up. I did buy it used. It was almost new, but it was used, and we used the heck out of it last year, and that's been really good to us. Back to this leaf plow here. Again, it's made by Jericho there, made in the USA. But this thing is a lifesaver. I've had a lot of people ask me why not a lot of people, but I've had a few people ask me why I wasted my money on this, and those people are crazy. They say that they just push the leaves with their mower. And I can tell you firsthand that I actually caught my mower on fire last year. Even when we were using this thing, the leaves piled up over it and caught the mower on fire. But we had leaves coming over here, and some leaves actually got up in the exhaust there, and we had a quick little fire. put it out, wasn't a big deal, but I just don't see how you could push a pile of leaves and not have that problem whenever you have that problem, even with a wall up here. So if you guys are pushing piles of leaves with your mowers, I would strongly recommend getting one of these before you catch your mower on fire. And this is pushed by the Ferris. Again, these mounts are universal for all these attachments, but those mounts are mower specific, so you need to let your dealer know, whoever you order these from. I know you can order them online. I think you can even get them on Amazon. I'll try to leave a link down in the description below, but these mounts are mower specific, so if you have an X mark or something, it's not necessarily going to work with the same mount. I don't know for sure. They may only have a couple different ones. I'm really not sure, but just make sure you tell them what kind of mower you're going to be putting this on if you do buy one of these, because that will matter, or it can matter, I know. And then last but not least, we have the Echo Bearcat DL10 leaf loader. This thing is money. I bought it last year, or we bought it last year, and it has just, I mean, it's night and day difference between my other one. Real quick, I'll give you some specifics on this. It is a 18 horsepower Vanguard. It's electric start. It's got an 8-inch outlet hose and a 10-inch inlet hose. And my old one was a Lesco. It was a 16 horsepower Vanguard, so almost the same engine. The other one was pull start, but as far as power is concerned, that makes no difference. So it was pretty much the same engine power wise. It had a 8-inch outlet hose and it had a 10-inch inlet hose. So pretty much the same specs, and this thing outworks that 3-to-1. I'm not even kidding. And I don't know if my old engine was just wore out or if it was just old technology and they've amped these up nowadays. I don't really know. But I will say, whenever I ordered it, I was kind of hesitant because I was like, I'm really ordering the same thing that I have, and this one works fine. And I ordered it. First day we used it, I was like, holy crap, I've been wasting my time. Should have done this a long time ago. So I will say this, I don't do this a lot. I don't really brag on products too much. I'll tell you if it works or not, but I don't really brag on products too much. But this thing I will brag on. This thing has been a beast for us. Like I said, it has outdone my expectations. I'm sure it's outdone my brother's expectations. Real quick, I'll lay it out. And this was everything that came stock with it, so this was nothing special. Oh, got a nice spider web there. I don't know if you can see that, but the spider just went up there somewhere. But like I said, this is everything that came stock with it. We didn't order anything special or anything like that. That's the hose, and what I really like is this aluminum handle. It's really nice. You take both hands. Obviously I got one hand on the camera right now, so I can't do that, but you take both hands and you can just sweep back and forth. I mean, I'm doing this with one hand. You can see how I could probably 2 fingers. I mean, that's how easy it is. In my other hose, we did have a handle on it, but it was made out of steel or some kind of galvanized material. I'm not really sure what it was. It wasn't aluminum like this one. It was a lot heavier, and it didn't work anywhere near as good, so that is super cool. The arm that they have coming off this thing is really nice too, and it's done smart. It's done well. We haven't had any issues with that. We haven't had any issues with the hose coming off or anything. Our old one would come off right there all the time. Haven't had that issue with this one. I think we may have had it one time, but that was a little operator fatigue and just trying to yank it around too much at the end of a long day. And then this hose, we did actually have to order. I'm lying whenever I said we didn't have to order anything extra. We did have to order this hose because the way we had it set up, it's designed to be right on the back of a truck or a trailer, and this spout ends about right here, and that's supposed to go directly into a wood frame or something of that sort, your collection system. And ours last year, what we did was just pick this pallet up with the skid loader. We set that in the back of the dump truck, and then we would just extend that hose into the dump trailer. And we did that so our dump trailer wasn't held up or tied up with the leaf loader all year, in which it's really not, but this just worked out a little bit better for us, and being able to load and unload this and not have a brand new unit sitting outside on our dump trailer was just kind of important to us. So we did it this way last year. We have plans to switch our setup this year. That's not set in stone. so I'm not going to go into detail on that yet. I will do a follow-up whenever we figure that out and try to decide exactly what we're going to do. But yeah, that is the main equipment that we're running with for our leaf removal setup this year. And real quick, I'll show you guys the dump trailer, and I'll show you guys the truck we're going to be pulling this with. Alright, so this is our dump trailer. If you guys are new and have not seen it, it is a 14-foot rice dump. It's very heavy duty, most dump trailers are, but this one has been good to us. I've owned it for four years, I think, maybe 5, I don't know. It's been a while, but like I said, it's been very good to us. Haven't really had any issues. Had a little bit of wiring issue one time when a fuse blew and it melted some wires, and I think I had to replace a battery, some tires, repack the bearings. But other than that, it's stout. We build 4 feet walls on the side, and then we have a mesh tarp go over the top. I've had a lot of people ask me how we do the top and how we let the air vent out. We use a mesh tarp. We buy it at Tractor Supply. It's black, it's heavy duty. They're not very cheap. I think ours was $100, but that's what you need. It lets out all the air. You don't have any buildup going on, and it just constantly lets the air out. It sure does make a mess, but that's what you need. For the truck, this is it. Hopefully, we're having some issues with it right now, so it's actually going into the shop tomorrow. We're supposed to look at it on Monday and kind of give us a rundown on exactly what's going on. I bought this thing 3 months ago, probably, something like that. We've used it a little bit, but we've had some issues with it, so it is still up in the air if we're going to be running this guy or if we're going to be running that dump over there. Either way, it'll be fine, I'm sure, but this one's just a little bit nicer because it has the fold down sides and it's got the extra toolboxes. Fold down sides are nice to be able to load this pallet in and out, so really just preference, but hopefully we'll be able to run that one. And really, I'm just saying that because I want that truck up and running good, so hopefully we'll get that thing fixed and that will be our leaf getter. But if not, we'll be running this guy. Trucks aside, that doesn't really matter. They'll both pull the trailer just fine. What matters is these goodies right here, and those are ready to go. So it's just a matter of getting the walls built on the trailer and getting our first call for our first job. So won't be long. Like I said, the leaves are turning around here, and we do a lot of leaf removal. We're one of the only companies in town that has a vacuum, so that keeps us busy. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate all your support. If you're not following us on Instagram, Facebook, be sure to head over there and check us out. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Also, give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below and let us know what you thought. I'll see you in the next one.